Prateek, thank you so much for taking some time off from this hectic Catalysing Social Impact Forum today.
Thank you for inviting.
I just wanted to understand, at Swasti we work on well-being for the marginalized and vulnerable. And I wanted to understand how that construct works with you and your unique company.
Sure. No, thank you for inviting. I work in the field of disability, and I think wellness to me is quality of life, live with a lot of dignity is wellness.
And how does your company make that happen?
So I run an accelerator, which is country's first accelerator focused on tech startup and disability. It's called Assistive Technology Accelerator, ATA. What ATA is interested is in helping and nurturing startups who are developing solutions which are helping people with disability and all kinds of disability, which includes visual impairment, speech and hearing impairment, physical disability, and a lot of solutions and tech that's getting implemented today in the field of intellectual disability as well. Right. I have personally been working with a lot of startups from last few years, and I found that these startups are the tech startups are the poor cousin of the mainstream startups, and precisely for the reason that no investors look at them. Now there are brilliant, passionate technologists, who have left their jobs to be in the field, which is very, very difficult, but they don't get an ecosystem help. In fact, when we set up ATA, one of our realization is that whole ecosystem of disability tech is very fragmented, where we have government, tech companies, startups, NGOs, disability beneficiaries, education institutes. Now they are all attempting to do good. The intentions are nobody gets wakes up in a day to do anything bad. But then, because of the ecosystem elements, doing fragmented jobs, these startups really struggle, and they struggle on two counts. One is the investment. They never get enough in terms of, so they have enough to survive but not enough to scale.
Right.
But also if you see the other side of it, the disability is a complex subject. I mean, all of us as a whole society configuration, we haven't seen a lot of people with disability when we have grown up.
Yeah.
Probably we have seen people with visual impairment and speech and hearing impairment, some friends and family and cousins. But if you really go deeper down the area of intellectual and mental illness, that's really not understood by us.
It's still excluded, right?
Yes, it's really excluded.
There's a huge stigma around it.
Yes.
So do you think that affects investments as well into this?
Oh yes. I mean, the first question is what's the market size, and
no one knows, because until recently census wasn't even counting.
Absolutely, and I can tell you today, people get surprised when I tell them there are 1 billion people in the world who have some or the other kind of disability.
Yeah.
In India, we're talking about 70 million people who have some other kind of disability. That's big, large market size. It's just a question of awareness. It's also a question of the business model sometimes, because yes, I make a great product which can help blind people or people with mental illness, but how am I going to distribute the product? Because I'm not going to put this product in Amazon and Flipkart and people are going to buy it. It's not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
Which means that how I'm going to distribute this product.
So the channel itself is not really developed or well developed.
Yes. And 70% of people with disability in India live in rural areas.
Right.
The only way we're going to reach out to them, and startups sitting in Bangalore, tech guys who made this brilliant product, how are they going to reach out, right? And ATA, which is the accelerator which I run, is helping them to distribute the product. We have put together a ecosystem where we are partnering with government. So Commissioner of Disability, Mr. Basraj, is a part of our board. There are a lot of VCs who run professional setup, of investment. They are a part of our network and board as well. We are partnering with state government. We are partnering with tech companies to provide them all the resources which they need. We are happy to say that last year we picked up 3 startups to help with. All of them have scaled very, very well.
Right.
They have got investment. They have got larger reach, in India and outside. Last week, we announced our second cohort of 8 startups, and we are looking forward to work with all these 11 startups and help them scale.
Well, congratulations on all of that. I really hope that the ecosystem builds very quickly. Otherwise, I'm afraid our goal of universal health coverage will be a long way gone. I'm so happy to have partners like you in the
thank you.
game. Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you
your
so
time.
much. Thank you.